the first thing I'm thinking is, how do I communicate the message very clearly to people so they understand what the risk is and how to get through this?
Currently in our area, 69 degrees under fair skies. Tonight, rain developing late, low 61, chance of rain 80%. Saturday, light rain in the morning, high 65, chance of rain 80%. Saturday night, partly to mostly cloudy, low 46. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Welcome back to the Weather Channel. We're still tracking Matthew. Hurricane Matthew, still a Category 2 hurricane, still turning towards the Georgia and South Carolina coastline. Here's a live picture of Brunswick, Georgia. Oh, the moss on some of those trees now getting whipped around by gusty winds and some of those heavier rain bands of Matthew as it continues to move towards this area. It is definitely a concern as we head throughout the night. The worst of Matthew approaching the Georgia and South Carolina coastlines as we head through the night. So it definitely does not get any better, the weather, as we head through the night. Definitely wait till first light tomorrow before even venturing on, including even here in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm right here on the bank of the St. Johns River, and we've been still dealing with winds gusting at tropical storm force even after the eye is now passing us by easily, say 60 or 70 miles, but it's also coming closer and closer to Savannah right now, about 100 miles from Savannah, Georgia. Let's check in now with Mark Elliott, who is in Savannah. And Mark, you're also under a tornado watch in the area, so severe weather, another danger as Matthew approaches.
You're absolutely right, Paul. Tornado watch, hurricane warning, and flash flood warning all in place right here in Savannah, Georgia, and the surrounding area as well, for that matter. There are a lot of risks with this storm, and because of that, the town was really taking this seriously. Throughout the day, we can show you some video of this town really getting ready. In the form of the streets, they were empty, right? Normally, packed streets, packed with cars, packed with reveling people, right? This was supposed to be the Oktoberfest weekend, and they had to postpone it. They wanted everyone as far away from here as possible. In fact, there were several different evacuation points from the Savannah area. Just leagues of buses were leaving here. People that didn't want to travel on their own, bring their own cars out of here, were able to get on those buses and be brought into safe shelters. Now, about 2,000, a little over 2,000 people took advantage of that sheltering and that bus evacuation over the past couple of days. That has since stopped. If you're still in the Savannah area, now's the time to just shelter in place. And because of the tornado watch that Paul mentioned, you have to, they're fast moving. The potential for those storms really fast moving. It's just one more risk. Stay away from the windows, stay away from the doors, put as many walls between you and these storms as possible. It is really blustery out here, Paul, and getting even more so by the minute. So it's just one more risk. The wind, the water, the tornadoes, it's all here, Paul.
Yeah, and it's not ending anytime soon. That's Mark Elliott from Savannah, Georgia. And here in Jacksonville, winds still gusting close to 60 miles per hour, even on the backside of the storm. So, yeah, the all clear is not until perhaps sunrise tomorrow. Also, the weather's going downhill across the South Carolina coast. Let's check in now with Chris Warren, who is in Folly Beach, South Carolina. Chris?
Yeah, and Paul, I'm getting word from Ryan Davison, our weather producer back in Atlanta, that we're getting wind gusts of 52 miles an hour in the Charleston area. And with that, I want to go now to the phone. John Tecklenburg, the mayor of Charleston, kind enough to talk with us again. I spoke with him the other night. And Mayor Tecklenburg, how are things going right now in Charleston?
Well, Chris, thank you. And I hope things are well over on the edge of America, as we call Folly Beach. But in Charleston, we're feeling the effects of this storm already. As you just mentioned, gusts are over 50 miles an hour. I just did a survey of our downtown city, and I'm so proud of the work that our city has done because many people have evacuated. Cars are off the street. Folks are safely, domiciled in their homes, the ones that have chosen to remain. We have a curfew in place tonight from midnight until 6 o'clock. So we're asking everyone just to stay put, hunker down. We're going to ride this thing out, and then we're all about response and recovery.
And Mayor, what's the town like? I was there a few hours ago, and there were already some areas ponding. Have you noticed any flooding at this hour?
There's some light flooding already. That's what we're most fearful of later this evening when it's high tide about 1 in the morning, and again tomorrow midday, along with the storm surge and the rain that we're going to be receiving. You know, this storm is tracking almost directly at Charleston, South Carolina right now, and we're prepared for the worst of what Matthew's got left in him.
All right, Mayor John Tecklenburg of Charleston, thank you so much for your time. We certainly appreciate it, and our thoughts are with you from Folly Beach here in South Carolina. We wish you the very best. And the mayor talking about flooding as being one of his biggest concerns, and that's a big concern here, too, in Folly Beach, because it's going to be the rain, which we've already seen, very heavy rain, putting this area in a flash flood warning. But then it's out here. It's the ocean, and we're hours away now. We're about 5 hours away from high tide, and we're going to slowly watch the ocean creep up, and then storm surge up and down the South Carolina and Georgia coastlines and parts of North Florida. A big concern. We're back tracking Hurricane Matthew after this.
Discover more.